Speak with Power.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Speak with Power, your magazine program with a special focus on the all too important skill of public speaking. My name is Ubong Esien, certified speaking professional and the Dean of the School of Eloquence. As always, Speak with Power is brought to you by the School of Eloquence, Nigeria's home of public speaking. At the School of Eloquence, our focus, our specialty, and our primary drive is to teach, coach, equip you with the knowledge, the skills, and the know-how of actually giving a good speech, regardless of the circumstance, regardless of the size of the audience, whether large or small, so that you come out looking confident, comfortable, and on top of your game before your audience.
Are you in governance?
You need public speaking.
Are you in business?
You need public speaking.
Are you a professional?
You need public speaking.
Now you too can learn how to overcome nervousness and speak with confidence before any audience at the School of Eloquence, the home of public speaking.
Attend our practical and training one-on-one coaching with West Africa's only certified speaking professional at any of our centers in Lagos and Abuja.
To register, call 0802 3032 066 or 0706 1606 078 or log on to our website schoolofeloquence.org. School of Eloquence,
teaching the world to speak.
Today on the program, we begin as always with our drama skit tagged The Sleepy Lecturer. It's amazing what students go through in most of our tertiary institutions with most of our lecturers. The predominant complaint appears to be that a lot of our lecturers bore their students to death. Well, the Sleepy Lecturer showcases how important it is for members of the academia to master the art of public speaking. Then on the masterclass, I talk to you about the power of the voice as one of the most important tools any good speaker must have, and how to harness the voice to full effect. Then there's a special segment which features my dialogue with Barrister Mike Igini of the Independent National Electoral Commissioner. Igini is the resident electoral commissioner for the great state of Akwa Ibom, and interestingly, that happens to be my state. We talk about how important public speaking is for anyone who holds public office in terms of being able to disseminate ideas and policies and initiatives of government. And finally, our public opinion continues the question about public speaking. Is it a natural endowment or a skill that must be developed? Is it an ability of nature or a skill of nurture? All these and more on your favorite program, Speak with Power.
Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Today we will continue on the topic we started last week, which is on environmental degradation. And we identified that one of the causes of degradation is deforestation. Deforestation. Who can define what deforestation means?
Ma, it is the indiscriminate burning down of trees.
Deforestation is the indiscriminate burning of trees, burning down of trees or burning trees. For every one tree you want to bring down, you must at least plant 5. Yes, the importance is to ensure that trees don't go extinct. Secondly, it helps to protect our environment. No wonder a former governor of Lagos State advised and insisted that for every available space within our compounds, trees must be planted. Now ask the neighbor, neighbor, have you you planted a tree?
Have you planted a tree?
Are you going to plant a tree?
Are you going to plant a tree?
When are you going to plant your tree?
When are you going to plant your tree?
Because I have done mine.
Because have you done yours?
I believe we've come to the end of this class. But before you go, remember to do your assignments and prepare for your forthcoming examination. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Neighbor.
You enjoyed today's class, no?
Really, wow.
Oh, I really enjoyed this class.
Same
Very
here.
nice.
I really enjoyed that class. I never imagined that it could be this interesting. Unlike what I heard about the previous years, that people even sleep and snore.
Seriously? That bad?
To the extent that our fellow colleagues call her the sleeping lecturer.
Sleeping lecturer. Steve, are you sure?
I'm serious.
Really?
I'm telling you.
How do you represent that Dr. Ike and this one? She said they're like two different people.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she has really changed.
Wow. It's almost 12:30. We'll be late for 1
Damn.
o'clock. Oh my God, let's go to the sit up. No.
Yeah, man.
Don't bore your audience. Speak with power.
The second tool is the voice. The voice is the living force of public speaking. Your voice must be so strong that even if you were to turn your back as you're talking, your voice must still keep people engaged. Sometimes we look at the size of the audience, let me lower my voice. No, just project. Let your voice be loud enough. Let it fill the room, because even within that small room, it says something positive and something strong about you. Don't be economical with the voice. So again, for the voice, there are two dimensions. One is projection, which is, we're talking about pitch, loudness, and strength of voice. Your voice must fill the room. The voice must carry the tonality of strength, loudness, because the voice has a piercing, percolating effect. Speak up. Whenever you get in front of any audience, it brightens your outlook. It lifts your persona. And as it lifts your persona, it also lifts the audience. That's critical fuel. Thank you, my friends. Rather, thank you, my friends. There's a way you say thank you, and the person who receives the thanks will feel like $1,000,000. I must have done well. Thank you. Stop mising the strength of your voice. Let your voice is life. Voice is life. Let it fill the room. Even if it's at a meeting, round table meeting, and the microphone gets to you, fill the room with life. Projection is not screaming. It is really more like the energy and force behind the voice than it is just being outrightly too loud. Second dimension to the voice is variation. Vocal variety. You've got to give us variety. So if you notice, my voice is going up, some points moderating, coming down, giving emphasis to certain words, pausing. All I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that I don't remain flatlined or flatlined also. Very, very, very. In that way, you keep the audience guessing. See what I did? In that case, you keep the audience guessing. So they are wondering. The voice, it's playing its own game, so to speak. on their ears. It's like music. Your favorite track is not something that plays on a single tone. At some point, it's pitched, we come back, pitched, just that variety. And that's what we're talking about here. With variety as well, we're talking about emphasis. There are certain words that require certain punch.
Are you in governance?
You need public speaking.
Are you in business?
You need public speaking.
Are you a professional?
You need public speaking.
Now you too can learn how to overcome nervousness and speak with confidence before any audience at the School of Eloquence, the home of public speaking.
Attend our practical and training one-on-one coaching with West Africa's only certified speaking professional at any of our centers in Lagos and Abuja.
To register, call 0802 3032 066 or 0706 1606 078 or log on to our website schoolofeloquence.org. School of Eloquence,
Teaching the world to speak.
On this program, I get to have the opportunity to engage with professionals, business leaders, public office holders, luminaries, outstanding individuals from a variety of human endeavors as they tell us what they know about their fields, what they know about things in general, whether it has to do with the country, with their respective domains, and what they know that can add value, that can also prove instructive and educative. And they get to do it eloquently. My guest is a luminary of sorts, a man who has proven himself over the past 2 decades as a fighter for what is right, as a fighter for the rule of law, as a fighter for democratic ideals. And from there, he has moved on to becoming a player in a more established fashion in terms of umpiring our democratic experience. I'm talking of no less a person than the renowned Mike Igini. Mike Igini is currently with INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, serving as the resident electoral commissioner for Akwa Ibom State. And incidentally, I am from that state. So I'll probably have a lot of questions, interesting and probably intriguing questions to ask Barrister Mike Igini. Welcome, Barrister Igini, to this conversation.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
What was your first experience at public speaking like? Were you shy? Were you scared? Were you afraid? Can you cast your mind back? How was the experience like?
Well, thank you very much. Really, I would say that throughout my life, I've always been speaking, really. But in terms of speaking at a big stage, like all human beings, yes, I had a bit of that nervousness, because my concern was I was going to address this seas of heads, and so that was there. But the moment I stepped on the stage, and mindful of the fact that I know what I want to say, and I was confident of what I wanted to say, I saw every person like my students, that I was going to address them, and I just picked up.
So you were scared initially?
Initially, yes, I was nervous.
Okay.
But the moment I started, and as I was looking at the crowd, they were acknowledging the point I was making. Then
so you started feeling
I got
confident.
more stabilized, and more comfortable, and I just went
Did you
on.
make any mistakes? Have you ever found yourself speaking and then you made some mistakes and said, "Oh my goodness, what has happened to me?"
Not that I can easily remember, but I remember that back days in the school as a student union leader, You know, we also, before even coming to the big stage, I've also had the benefit of listening to other great speakers.
Okay.
My father was a very good speaker.
Okay, your father was a good speaker.
Yes.
Was he in public office?
No, he was not in public office, but in a community where he lived, people want to listen to him speak. So you want to listen to him
speak. You must have taken a bit from him.
I will tell you, really, I took over my father because everybody want to listen to my father speak. So that's how I started, you know. We would call out during the assembly, in the secondary school, then in the university. Of course, I was in the Congress. From Congress, I was in Parliament, where you have to address students and all of that. Of course, during the rallies and all of that, we've been doing that. Then, of course, after graduation, coming to practice. Of course, that's what we do.
That's what you do as lawyers, always litigating and all that. And then fighting for human rights.
Of course. So most of my talking have already been more in the human rights community, addressing issues of society, how we can make Nigeria better. You know. So far, it's a very interesting thing. Art, indeed, I must tell you. To speak and to address people, to convey a message, because it is through speaking that you convey your idea, you know, to the audience. You know.
Let me ask you, as a public official, how important is being able to speak well in public to or in the life of a public official? How important?
It is very, very important, because you are the picture from which people will see the organization. If you cannot speak, it cannot convey a message. It will speak badly about the organization you represent. So it is very important that you are able to communicate and to convey your message so that people can understand. Because the whole essence of communication is understanding. Let the other party understand the message. And the way you go about it matters a lot. So really, for every individual who's either heading an organization or who's in the public affairs unit of any entity, you know, public speaking is something that you have to take seriously.
Is good speaking, do you think it's a natural endowment or a skill to be developed?
Talking is in it. Everybody were born and we talk. But to speak in a very professional way, you require some skills. It has to be learned. Yes, everybody can talk. We're all talking.
Absolutely.
All right? But there are certain skills that you need to be aware of. You have to learn it. You have to be conscious of.
When you look at the Nigerian terrain, at least 5 Nigerians that impress you with their public speaking. At least 5. If you have more, that's fine. That stand
5 Nigerians.
Yes.
I will tell you that
I know we don't have a lot of good, fantastic examples.
Yes.
But there have got to be some.
Yes, Pat Tommy.
Okay.
Obi Ezekwesili.
Okay, Obi.
Yeah, Kurosha is good.
Okay.
Kurosha is good. The Dean of Eloquence is one of them.
Well, I'm sure there will be many more. Yeah. So we've been listening to Barrister Mike Igeni, and I can tell you it's been very, very insightful. So I want to thank you, Barrister Igeni.
Thank you.
It's been a fantastic conversation. We could go on and on and on and on. I know there's so much in your mind. There's so much you have to talk about. So I look forward to inviting you again for a continuation of these eloquent conversations. And I must say that you performed eloquently well in your responses. Thank you once again for coming.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Speak with power. Speak with power.
Good day. Welcome to Eloquence. Have you ever been out to events or occasions where certain people are being called upon to give a speech? And you're wowed based on their performance and confidence, based on their delivery and the power they ooze. Based on this, I'm in one of the streets in Lagos to ask for people's opinion about public speaking. Do you think public speaking is an inborn talent or a skill? Come with me as it samples people's opinion on this. I am Adeoye Damilola, and this is Eloquence. What do you think about public speaking? Do you think it is an inborn talent or a skill?
Well, public speaking, it works both ways. It might be by skill and it might be by birth. Like, some people are naturally talented to speak, and I think we have that commonly than the one of the skills.
It's an inborn. It is not easy acquiring that as a skill.
Well, I think it's a combination of the two. You understand? It could be an inborn talent and also a skill. Some they develop years, while others is an inborn thing for them. They are able to face crowd, you understand? We have some of us that have phobia.
Well, I think it's a skill, something you have to actually learn how to do.
To the best of my knowledge, it is a skill. It's not an inborn talent.
Yeah, we can say public speaking is an inborn talent, but it can be developed.
I think it's both, really, because I believe that some people have it inborn and some people develop it as a skill. But you just need a certain level of confidence, to purport yourself to where you want to be.
I don't think it's inborn. I think it could be inborn, but every skill in this life, you have to learn it from something or someone. So it's something you can develop.
I think it's both, because some people are born with the talent of oration. They can speak very well, even when they're not educated. Some, they have to learn it to know how to speak, especially if you're a public figure and you think you speak in public and all that. That's why you have schools where they teach you how to speak in public, to have confidence and all that. So some people are born with it, some people they just have to learn it.
I think it's a skill. It is a skill where people can develop it, and once they know how, they can gather the ability to do that.
It is a skill. You can learn it. You understand? You can say, I can do this, I can do that.
So, there it is. What is your opinion? Do you think public speaking is an inborn talent or a skill? Till we meet again next week. Bye-bye.
So to do well in public speaking, you must see it as a relationship between yourself and your audience.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Speak with Power and that you have been educated and challenged about how to go about improving your public speaking skills. Ralph Smedley once said, "A speech without a purpose is like a journey without a destination." So whenever you find yourself speaking in public, always ask yourself, what is the purpose to this speech? So that you can take your audience with you on that journey to a clear and well set out destination. So let's carry on this conversation across all of our various social media handles and platforms, from Facebook to Twitter and Instagram. As always, the stage is yours. Speak with power.
Speak with Power